Hello, my loves. I am feeling nasty today, so I wanted to rank Control. Legendary album, iconic album, the moment that Janet Jackson became a superstar. So I just wanted to discuss this album and rank the songs. This is going to be based on my personal least favorites to my personal favorites. So this isn't objectively what I think is the worst song to best song. These are just my personal favorites from Control. So number 10 is Funny How Time Flies When You're Having Fun. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I know this is one of her big hits. It's very beloved. And don't get me wrong, it's my least favorite on Control, but I still really do like it. This is one of the earliest horny Janet songs. Like, if there's one thing about Janet, she will always give you a horny bop, and this was one of the first. I love the sultriness and intimacy, and I'm just picturing like a room with rose petals and candles and like one of those heart-shaped tubs and a bottle of champagne when I listen to this song. It is totally that kind of vibe. Sexy but intimate, and Janet really does well with these kinds of songs. I only have this at last place because I don't really listen to these songs from her very much. I like them, but I just need to be in the mood to listen to them, and I'm just not often in that mood. So again, I think the song is fantastic. It's obviously a classic, but it's just simply my last choice of song to listen to on Control, which I guess is fitting because it is the last song. But anyways, number 9 is You Can Be Mine. This song is so much fun. There's such an energy to it. It's so upbeat, especially the horns and brass instruments that really make the song feel so lively. This is just a very lively song that makes you want to get up and dance. I don't really have much else to say about it. I don't think it necessarily stands out on Control, especially compared to the singles. And if I'm being honest, I would consider this the weakest song objectively. Like, I personally like it better than Funny How Time Flies, but I think that that is a better song from a critical point of view. You Could Be Mine is a really good song. I just don't think it's strong in the way the other songs are. I don't think it necessarily offers that much that isn't offered in a better way by the other tracks, if that makes any sense. It is very funny to me that the melody for The Right Stuff by New Kids on the Block was just like ripped from this song. I don't know what the tea is behind that, but the horn section in the middle of the song where she's like, better get to your job now, time to go to work, that section has legit the same melody from The Right Stuff, and that caught me so off guard when I first heard the song. I was like, hold up, did they just sample this? Like, was it a coincidence? I don't know. It's like so blatantly the same exact melody, but I love that song too though, so I was just surprised at how Janet essentially did it first. But anyways, number 8 is Let's Wait a While, the other slow sex jam. I like this one better than Funny How Time Flies because I just think it's a comforting, like cozy kind of song. She sounds so beautiful in it, and the twinkly production is just like so pretty. I also think the melody is catchier. This one definitely stays with me more, so that's why I give it more points. Let's Wait a While is just so gorgeous, and it has a good message. Janet was out here telling everyone to take it slow and not rush into things too soon. Very admirable. I have not taken that advice, but it's very admirable. Yeah, but the song is a great chill bop. It's a perfect driving home late at night kind of song. That's what it gives me. It's like a soothing lullaby. Not that you'd want to listen to a lullaby and fall asleep while you're driving, but you know what I mean. It's just a nice, chill, relaxing song. Number 7 is He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. This song is so cute. This is just an adorable song. I feel like this one actually would have fit in on her first 2 albums. And like, I like her first 2 albums. I know she doesn't, and they definitely get overlooked, but I enjoy them. And this song sounds like it could have been off of those. What separates it is the production and just the sound of it. Obviously, this album was huge for New Jack Swing, and this song definitely has that sound to it. I just think lyrically, it's a little more in line with her previous albums, because it's a really cute, simple love song about having a crush on this boy who doesn't even know about her, we've all been there. We've all had our little crushes who we delude ourselves into thinking they might like us back when in reality they could not give two shits about us. Everyone's had that. And that makes the song very relatable. There is genuine relatability and vulnerability in the song that I love. To me, this is Janet, the girl next door. This is the bubbly, light, fluffy kind of song that is fun to look back on because this wasn't Janet the superstar yet. Like, this wasn't Queen of Pop Janet. This was still a stage in her career where she was establishing herself as that, but still had room for a more youthful, unserious song like this. And that's what makes it really endearing to me. It's just a very cozy song to me. I love the saccharine-ness of it. Like, I love cheesy, teeny bopper songs like this. I especially love the horn in the beginning. This is gonna make no sense to anyone, but that horn makes me feel like the song takes place during the sunset. Don't ask me why. I'm a very, visual person, and I always picture visuals when I listen to music. And the beginning, 3 seconds of the song with the horn makes me picture, a really pretty, orangey, pink sunset. I don't know why. These things just come to me. I really can't explain. But He Doesn't Know I'm Alive, an adorable song. Super, super cozy. Number 6 is Start Anew. This was the Japanese bonus track. Japan really had it so much better than anyone else during the physical music era. I feel like Japan had all these bonus tracks that other parts of the world did not get. That's a pretty obsolete thing now with streaming and the internet and everything, but I feel bad for everyone who didn't get to experience Japanese bonus tracks back then, because, they're often among the best songs, for no reason. They're often, some of the best songs that any artist has ever had. Britney had amazing Japanese bonus tracks, but, this song, yeah, a bop. Start Anew is so uplifting and joyous. This is a song you put on when, a major life event happens to you. You're going to a new school, or you're starting a new job, you're moving, I don't know. This is the song that works for those situations. I'm picturing a movie montage, and the characters are moving to a new city, and this is the song that's playing. That is what I'm hearing, because it's so, optimistic and fun, and it makes you look forward to life. That is what it does. And also, it's just excellently produced. It's so catchy. I love the chorus. She really is giving you motivational life coach. That is what I'm getting from it. I just love it. Start Anew is such a banger. Japan, y'all were lucky you got this one for so long, but now everyone can enjoy it, so thank God for that. Number 5 is the title track, Control. This song is such a moment in history. It wasn't the lead single, but I feel like this was Janet, really putting her foot down through her music. I mean, right from the top, she's saying, when I was 17, I did what people told me, did what my father said, and let my mother mold me. She was making it clear that, hey, I didn't have any kind of say in my career or what I wanted to do with my life before this, but now this is me taking agency. It's such a declaration of power, and it was so fierce of her to do it like this. She did not shy away from what she was feeling. She let it be known to everyone that I want to take charge of my life, and no one is stopping that. It's such an inspirational song in that way. And then the song itself is just so good. It has that great dancey production, especially when you get to the end where the music is just really going off, and it feels like this celebration of taking control. I love it. I just love it so much. This is such an essential, and truthfully, all the singles from this album are essentials. If you love pop music, these are the basics. This is pop music 101. Looking at my top 5, I'm just wow, all of these are literally iconic songs that came from this one album. That is crazy. The fact that so many legendary songs and videos came from this one era is mind-boggling. And speaking of legendary, number 4 is What Have You Done For Me Lately? This might be the catchiest song on the album, in my opinion. I feel like this one gets stuck in my head the most. What Have You Done For Me Lately, again, was such a powerful moment for Janet. Before this, her public image was Michael Jackson's sweet younger sister, and she was basically pigeonholed in that role. And then this song, being the lead single, it was her establishing her own identity and making it clear that she has expectations for other people the same way people had expectations for her. Like, I love that, and the song itself simply slaps. Like, the song is so much fun to dance to. It has that unrelenting beat that just forces itself into your head, and it's so easy to sing along with. Like, this is a crowd pleaser. This is a crowd pleasing song because it's up-tempo, but at the same time kind of sparse, and she's singing slow enough where anyone can sing along with it. Like, the lyrics are relatable. Who hasn't felt like you've done everything for someone else and they just have not returned that favor? Not even in romantic relationships. Like, this song can apply to anyone, and it's such a cathartic way of getting your frustrations across. My favorite part is when she says, "You ought to be thankful for the little things, but little things are all you seem to give." That just nails it on the head. Like, bitch, you don't even appreciate all the ways I try to make you feel good. And then on top of that, you barely give me anything in return. It is so good. It's very relatable songwriting, and at the same time, it works so well as the lead single because, again, it established Janet as her own person who isn't afraid to ask more from people. So this song is just absolutely brilliant. Number 3, Gimme a Beat. It is Nasty. Nasty boys, they do not mean a thing. This song is nasty. Like, the groove, the beat, her performance, it is all nasty, and I love it. The song works for all the same reasons the last one did. It further cemented Janet as someone who stands up for herself, and at the same time, it's also just a perfect pop song. Again, this is pop music 101. Everyone needs to know this song. This was, again, a declaration, but this time it was her saying, "You gross men need to back off." Like, she really said, "You boys need to get away from me." Like she says, "I'm not a prude, I just want some respect." Like, is that so much to ask for? Just don't be nasty to me. It's not a tall order. I love the sense of self-respect. And again, the song just goes off. It is so much fun to sing along with. The hook is simple and memorable, and it gets the point of the song across. And Janet's delivery throughout the whole thing is great. She gives such a fierce performance. Like, who can forget her saying, "No, my first name ain't Baby, it's Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty." That line is literally iconic. Even before I got into her music, I always knew that line. And anytime I heard her name mentioned, I always sang that part in my head. I still do. Anytime I hear her name, I just hear Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. It is memorable and great pop songwriting at its best. Nasty is a masterpiece, another just essential piece of music. It is a crowd pleaser, but it also has a powerful message behind it, and that is what makes it so great. Number 2 is When I Think of You, the serotonin booster. This is the serotonin booster of Control. This song is happiness and joy and sparkles and rainbows just mashed together in a blender and then poured out into a diamond encrusted cup. Like, that is what this song is. How can you not be uplifted when you hear the song? It is legit just so infectiously happy. Janet sounds like she's so genuinely enamored with this man. You can hear how she's smiling while she's singing this. Her energy is just so tangible. And again, this is girl next door Janet to me. This is sunny summertime. You're hanging out with your friends and the ice cream man is coming by, and then you look over and you see your man coming and all is right with the world. That is the picture. That is what this song is to me. It's just blissful, youthful euphoria. It captures that feeling of young love. Even better than her actual song, Young Love. I like that song too, but this is the go-to Janet love song for me. This one and Miss You Much are my favorite Janet love songs, and Love Will Never Do Without You. That is my trifecta of Janet love songs. Those 3 specifically make me feel lighter, they make me feel butterflies in my stomach, and they make me feel like skipping through a field of daisies. That is what they give me. And that is what this song gives me. I love the video too. The video is so adorable. It is just so cute. Again, just happiness incarnate. She has the most adorable smile, and she just looks like she's having the time of her life. I just love every single thing about this song. If I'm ever in a bad mood, this is one that could just pick me up, and that is why it is my number 2. And number 1 is The Pleasure Principle, one of my favorite Janet songs, period. This song is so cool. It's so 80s and synthy and danceable, and it feels so like high stakes. Like, I feel like 80s music especially had this sense of drama to it, and that's what I get from the song. The music in the very beginning especially sounds like it's really frantic, and it almost sounds like panicked in a way, and it immediately grabs your attention. And then Janet comes in with some of the most biting lines on this album. "You might think I'm crazy, but I'm serious. It's better now you know. What I thought was happiness was only part-time bliss. You could take a bow." Like, she is really telling this man off. And then when she's like, "My meter's running, so I've really got to go." I love that. She really said, "Bitch, I am not getting a ticket. This relationship is not worth that." And I'll be honest, I'd be lying if I said I knew what the pleasure principle is. Like, the theory, I think I learned about that in school, but what the hell do I remember from school? Nothing. But I don't know, I think that it's cool that she took this theoretical concept and turned it into an easily digestible pop song. I think that's what makes the song stand out conceptually, and it helps that the song itself sounds kind of sciencey. I don't know if that's just me or if that makes any sense. I just think that the song itself sounds very 80s futuristic, and it just makes me think of lab experiments and like sleek, like white tech labs and beakers and chemicals. I don't know, I'm not making any sense, but that is what I get from it. And also, speaking of visuals, the video, one of the greatest of all time. Literally the definition of simplicity being executed flawlessly. Who has ever danced like that? Like, who has ever danced at that level? Who has ever given the intensity of that performance? Like, the fact that it's just her in this random warehouse looking place serving choreo like that is just so iconic. Like, it really, really is iconic. And I know that word is overused, but it really does apply here. It's just so amazing. It's one of my favorite music videos ever. It's probably my favorite Janet video. I say probably. I need more time to think about that, but it's definitely up there. Like, when I think of music videos, just like as a concept, like just the concept of music videos, I think of this one, I think of Slave for You by Britney, and I think of Dirty by Christina. Those to me are the bar. Like, those are just what music videos should be in my mind. And the Pleasure Principles video, again, is simplicity done flawlessly. But back to the song, I just love the Pleasure Principles so much. I feel like it's a perfect song to throw on for any occasion. Like, you could just throw it on if you want to dance, if you want to move, but it's also kind of vibey. Like, you could throw it on while you're just relaxing in your room late at night, or when you're driving home. Like, it's, again, like a good driving home song at night. You know what it reminds me of? It gives me Grand Theft Auto Vice City. If anyone's ever played that game was set in like a Miami-inspired city in the 80s, and you'd just be driving around and they'd play 80s music. And I don't know if this song was on that soundtrack, but it should have been. Like, it is a total GTA Vice City song because it's so quintessentially 80s. And Vice City is my favorite GTA game, so that is a very, very high compliment. If you belong in Vice City, then you are an amazing song. But that is my ranking of Control. Such a legendary album. I know I keep saying it, but it really is just so iconic. The fact that literally 7 out of the 10 songs were singles, and they were all huge hits, and they are still well known and beloved to this day, is just absolutely crazy. This is one of those basic standard pop albums that everyone just needs to know. Like, if you don't know Control, you gotta get into it. And the fact that it's only 10 songs, I feel makes it very accessible. I think that this is a really good first Janet album to listen to. I think this was the first Janet album I listened to, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, no, it was. Because I remember I was like, oh, it's only 10 songs, so I might as well. And it's like brief, but just the way that she serves so much in that brief time is crazy. Like, she gives you everything that you need within these 10 tracks. So this is definitely just one for the ages. I don't know where I rank it among my personal favorite Janet albums. It's definitely top 5. I just don't know where in the top 5 it is, but it most definitely is in the top 5. Janet just has so many albums, and I need to really like sit down one day and just give thought to that, like how I would rank them, because she just gives way too much. So that is my ranking of Control. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I will see you in the next one.